Friday, May 16th, 2025, afternoon edition. Please pardon any visual and informational inaccuracies in this entirely AI-generated News Digest video.
Good afternoon, dear viewers. I am your news anchor, Xander Voxius III, and thank you for tuning into the future of news, AGNDD intelliReport. We're thrilled to have you with us as we dive into today's captivating stories. With the help of my AI-generated colleagues, we'll scrape the web to bring you the latest and most intriguing topics. Today, Nicholas Hoult, the villain with clout, claims Lex's admiration, while Cassie on trial might add some litigation. Nolan's Odyssey in IMAX offers visualization, and Bossman Dlau with Gucci's opulent creation. These stories loop in a sensational rotation. Stay tuned for an exciting ride through today's headlines. And here are some more headlines and stories you may expect in today's AI News Digest. FDA to host first public scientific expert panel. Brand banter boosts sales, but there's a catch. Boomi, Cognizant use AI for supply chain coordination. Now let's take a look at today's breaking news. Breaking news. An old grudge, a new team, a swole Caitlin, the 2025 WNBA season preview, defector. The 2025 WNBA season begins with significant changes, a new team, 8 new head coaches, and shifting player dynamics. The New York Liberty, last season's champions, faced challenges with key injuries but added veteran Natasha Cloud. The Los Angeles Sparks acquired Kelsey Plum and hired Lynn Roberts as head coach, aiming for postseason return. Charter stock jumps, it's buying Cox to create a cable giant. Barron's. What Gulf Arab states got and didn't get out of Trump's visit. CNN. During his tour of Gulf Arab states, U.S. President Donald Trump strengthened ties with Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and the UAE, securing massive deals and investments. Saudi Arabia sought a formal security deal, while Qatar received security assurances. The visit marked a shift towards deeper partnerships beyond traditional oil for security arrangements. Consumer sentiment falls in May as Americans' inflation expectations jump after tariffs. CNBC. U.S. consumer sentiment dropped to 50.8 in May as concerns over tariffs and inflation grow, according to a University of Michigan survey. Year ahead, inflation expectations rose to 7.3%. Despite a 90-day tariff pause with China, tariffs remain a significant concern, impacting consumer sentiment and economic outlook. Sean Diddy Combs trial live updates. Cassie Ventura to return to the witness stand at 9:30 a.m. ET on Friday in sex trafficking case. Yahoo. Sean Diddy Combs is on trial in Manhattan for charges including sex trafficking and racketeering. Cassie Ventura, his former girlfriend, testified about alleged abuse and coercion in their relationship. The defense presented texts suggesting consensual participation. Combs, pleading not guilty, faces life imprisonment if convicted. The trial could last 8 weeks.
If you've been enjoying our AGNDD intelliReports and finding them useful, please take a moment now to press like, then click subscribe, and in the drop-down menu select All to get notified of each new video released so you don't miss out on any breaking news. AGNDD intelliReport, the future of news is here.
May 16th in history. May 16th, 1204. Baldwin IX, Count of Flanders, is crowned as the first emperor of the Latin Empire. May 16th, 1918. The Sedition Act of 1918 is passed by the U.S. Congress, making criticism of the government during wartime an imprisonable offense. It will be repealed less than 2 years later.
Famous people born on this day. Mario Monicelli. Here is a recap of their Wikipedia page. Mario Monicelli was an acclaimed Italian director and screenwriter known for his mastery in Commedia all'Italiana. Born in 1915, he received numerous accolades, including 6 Oscar nominations and a Golden Lion. His career began with early cinematic experiments and collaborations, eventually leading to iconic films like Cops and Robbers. David Penry Davy. Here is a recap of their Wikipedia page. Sir David Penry Davy was an English High Court judge, educated at King's College, London. Called to the bar in 1965, he became a QC in 1988 and a High Court judge in 1997. He passed away on October 10, 2015. May 16, 1960, Bruce Norris, playwright. Today's trivia questions. Which of these companies does not manufacture automobiles? The choices are Nissan, GMC, Fiat, Ducati. Now take a second to think about it. Which of these companies does not manufacture automobiles? Okay, got it? Ready? Ducati. Which of the following Ivy League universities has its official motto in Hebrew as well as in Latin? The choices are Princeton University, Harvard University, Columbia University, Yale University. Now take a second to think about it. Which of the following Ivy League universities has its official motto in Hebrew as well as in Latin? Okay, got it? Ready? Yale University. And now on to today's news.
Business news. Boomi and Cognizant tackle supply chain chaos with AI-powered coordination. SiliconANGLE News. The article discusses the importance of adaptable supply chain technology, highlighting partnerships like Cognizant and Boomi during crises such as the 2021 Suez Canal blockage to maintain supply chain resilience and continuity. Bossman Dlow and Gucci Mane break the bank in their opulent hit video, Up Rocks. Florida rapper Bossman Dlow releases his latest single hit featuring Gucci Mane. Known for his breakout hit Get In With Me, Dlow continues his rise with a music video where he and Gucci Mane own a bank doubling as a strip club. Hit follows his debut album Dlow Curry. Insect protein could support healthy aging and fight climate change. The Conversation Africa. Insects rich in protein and nutrients offer a sustainable solution to global food demands and climate change. Despite their benefits, many in Ireland are hesitant due to unfamiliarity and aversion. Increasing acceptance involves education, government standards, and integrating insect protein into familiar foods, potentially making them a dietary staple.
Technology news. Christopher Nolan takes the plunge. He will shoot the Odyssey only with IMAX cameras. Marca. Christopher Nolan's upcoming film, The Odyssey, will be the first commercial feature shot entirely with IMAX cameras, as revealed by IMAX CEO Rich Gelfand. Set for a July 2026 release, the film will feature a stellar cast and promises a high-quality visual experience, following the success of Oppenheimer. Britain's net zero construction workforce is already at risk of burnt out. The Conversation Africa. The UK aims for a low-carbon energy supply by 2030, requiring rapid expansion of infrastructure and relying heavily on construction workers. However, the construction sector faces high suicide rates and a toxic culture. Addressing mental health, worker well-being, and skill shortages is crucial for a successful green transition. Sports news. Pete Carroll talks with Tom Brady a ton, says Raiders minority owner changed my outlook for the team. CBS Sports. Las Vegas Raiders owner Mark Davis credited Tom Brady's influence in hiring coach Pete Carroll, with Carroll acknowledging Brady's presence as a minority owner motivated his return. Carroll values Brady's competitive mentality, aiming to integrate it into the franchise, despite Brady downplaying his influence on the Raiders' decisions. World's tallest apartment building will have 154 floors and sky-high prices to match. New York Post. Sena Tower in Balneário Camboriú, Brazil, will become the world's tallest apartment building, surpassing NYC's Central Park Tower. Inspired by Ayrton Senna, it will feature 228 units, including two $53 million triplex penthouses developed by FG Empreendimentos and the Senna family. It's set to complete by 2033.
Today's obituaries. Duncan Campbell. Brief Wikipedia summary. Duncan Campbell, a British investigative journalist, passed away at 80. Known for his work on signals intelligence, his death was announced on this date. Emmanuel Koundé. Brief Wikipedia summary. Emmanuel Koundé, a celebrated Cameroonian footballer and manager, passed away at 68. Known for his defensive prowess, he played for Canon Yaoundé and the Cameroon national team, winning the African Nations Cup in 1984 and 1988. Koundé also managed US Batam, achieving success in Gabon. Jan Terlouw. Brief Wikipedia summary. Jan Terlouw, 1931-2025, was a Dutch politician, physicist, and author. He served as Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Economic Affairs, was a Queen's Commissioner, and a member of the Senate. A prolific author, he wrote over 24 children's books, including Winter in Wartime, adapted into a film. Mette Wallander. Brief Wikipedia summary. Mette Wallander was a renowned Swedish actress who lived to 100. She studied at the Royal Dramatic Training Academy and worked at Uppsala Stadsteater and Stockholm Stadsteater. Wallander was known for her dubbing roles in Disney films. She was married to actor Ingvar Kjellson until his death. Robert Brooke. Brief Wikipedia summary. Robert Brooke, an English cricket writer, passed away at 85. Known for his contributions to cricket literature, he was an influential figure in documenting the sport's history. Junior Byles. Brief Wikipedia summary. Junior Byles, a Jamaican reggae singer born in 1948, rose to fame with hits like Beat Down Babylon. Despite facing health and personal challenges, his 1970s work remains influential in roots reggae. He continued to perform sporadically, receiving renewed attention and support in his later years. Bruno Franceschetti. Brief Wikipedia summary. Bruno Franceschetti, an Italian gymnast who competed in the 1964 and 1968 Olympics, passed away in May 2025 at 84. He won a team gold at the 1967 Mediterranean Games and later became a gymnastics coach, mentoring athletes like Juri Cecchi. Norma Maris Swenson. Brief Wikipedia summary. Norma Maris Swenson was an influential American reproductive rights activist and medical sociologist. She co-founded the Boston Women's Health Book Collective and co-authored Our Bodies, Ourselves. Swenson championed women's health education and global equality, impacting healthcare policies worldwide. She passed away on May 15, 2025, aged 92-93.
Health news. FDA to host inaugural independent scientific expert panel open to public, fda.gov. The FDA, led by Commissioner Martin A. Makary, will host a roundtable on May 20, 2025, to assess the safety and necessity of talc in consumer products. Experts will review scientific evidence and potential health risks, considering modern alternatives. The initiative follows increased scrutiny over talc's carcinogenic potential. 7-day high-protein diet meal plan, skinnytaste.com. Gina Homolka, a mother of two, shares a variety of healthy recipes that prioritize taste. Her offerings include high-protein, macro-friendly, anti-inflammatory, high-fiber, gluten-free, and Weight Watchers recipes, catering to various dietary needs. She encourages interaction by inviting questions in the comments. Arsenal FC faced legal action for firing staff over pro-Palestine post. Mondo Weiss. Arsenal Football Club is facing a legal claim for unfair dismissal from Mark Bonnick, a long-serving kitman, after he was sacked for expressing solidarity with Palestine on social media. Bonnick argues his firing was politically motivated and part of a broader crackdown on political expression. Entertainment news. Special session ahead for Chiefs Royal Stadiums, ESPN. Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe plans to call a special legislative session to consider incentives to keep the Kansas City Chiefs and Royals from relocating to Kansas. The move follows a failed legislative attempt to fund new stadiums, amid skepticism about the economic benefits of public stadium financing. From M&S to Duolingo, banter between brands on social media gets people buying, but there's a catch. The Conversation Africa. Brands are increasingly using social media to blur the line between entertainment and advertising by engaging in playful, humorous interactions with each other. This approach, which feels spontaneous and unscripted, helps brands capture attention, foster emotional connections, and encourage consumer engagement, ultimately benefiting their marketing strategies. Superman, Nicholas Hoult says in Lex's mind, he should be adored. Bleeding Cool News. The article discusses the challenge of creating compelling villains for Superman, as they must pose a credible threat to an almost invincible hero. It explores the difficulty in developing antagonists who can challenge Superman's powers and engage audiences effectively.
And now a couple of dad jokes for you. Mahatma Gandhi, as you know, walked barefoot most of the time, which produced an impressive set of calluses on his feet. He also ate very little, which made him rather frail, and with his odd diet, he suffered from bad breath. This made him a super calloused, fragile mystic hexed by halitosis. Where does Napoleon keep his armies? In his sleeveys.
Thank you for watching this AGNDD intelliReport, dear viewers. Like, subscribe, and click the bell button to get notified during new uploads. And make sure to tune in next time. Stay safe and healthy. Cheers.